Hello, everybody. I'm Pearlo Wisdom, and you're listening to Rico and Pearlo's House of Exotic Hymes Picks Frolic. And today I need a lot of Hymes today. Hymes Body Lube, it's the best there. I said it. And today is the day when you get your ass handed to you like I did. You need Hymes. I didn't have a great day. How you doing, Tim? Wasn't my best day today, that's for sure. Down units, no doubt about it. I should have known because I didn't really have a good read on that card. Now, there was some stuff that I should have stuck with my gut pick last night. Although I did hit some stuff, all right. You too? Is this live? Grant coming in saying, is this live again? Yes, it is live. It is live. He asks that every day. It's like he's my co-host. Is this live? We're live. I'll be the only one on today. I'm pretty sure. I know that Exotic took his kids to some Christmas thing or something like that. And Rico, I'm sure, is at hockey on Saturday nights. So we're going to keep it fairly short today, but I will go over the card. First of all, I'll send this out to the land. I'll send this out to everybody. Oh, I'm going to plug in my phone. But yeah, I mean, I hit all my lower stuff today and I didn't hit my big stuff. And I made mistakes, and we'll talk about that. Sometimes we make mistakes, don't we? Yes, sometimes we do. And I sure did. And I'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, thanks for tapping that like button, whoever already came in and tapped it. Good for you. Good for you, my friend. Actually, usually Saturdays are really good for me. Quinn Hughes, yes. NHL is very happy about that. I wonder how you thought about that. I have people saying that they were actually saying that Minnesota isn't much better with Hughes on it. What are you talking about? Isn't better with Hughes on it? Are you forgetting what Quinn Hughes is? I mean, it's crazy what people, I don't know what they're thinking. I really don't know what they're thinking. Because, I didn't play the under. I played the over second period in there. That was one of my better plays today because Edmonton goes over second period every time. That was one of my better plays. My not better play was playing Toronto to win that game. And I really didn't feel good about it because every time I looked at that Toronto roster, I was like, what am I doing here? But I thought with Jari not knowing the defense and stuff like that, yeah. I mean, Chicago has been overrated for sure, no doubt about it. It was a bad spot for Chicago, but it was sort of a bad spot for Detroit. I did take Detroit team total over, so I got that. I had to sweat that shit out. I didn't have it for a lot though, but I did have it. Edmonton almost always hit second period over. I play it every time they play. I think it's like 5 in a row now. But Toronto's been playing to the under so much, I didn't put my normal big units on it, but I hit it. So anyways, I'll go over my card here, and well, then we'll go over tomorrow's card's funky. Tomorrow's card's funky. We're going to have to come together as a community and come to some interesting picks for tomorrow's card. But today's card, I'll go over it quick because I'm not too happy. But I'm even getting my ass handed to me in the Predators Avalanche game because I have the over in that game, and yeah, Avalanche are taking it easy on them. Like Ahonen is in net. You think that they could get enough to get over, but no. Well, it could happen, I suppose, still, but it's looking like it's going to end 4-1. I also need Nichushkin for an assist in that game. Don't have that. I do have Kemper over saves, which is almost hitting right now. I didn't put a lot on that either, though, because but I did have, if you remember from last night, no goals in the first 5 and under 6.5. I had a fair amount on that, so that'll bring me back a little bit today. I had the Ducks, and shouldn't have because I'm going to remember that. I got it in my journal. These day games with young players like that, it's not good. They're not used to changing their routine or what you have to do during these day games. Dostal hadn't played in a long time. Like, it wasn't wise. And I had a lot on it. I had the team total over. I think the only thing I got was Seneca over shots in that game. I got slaughtered in that game, to tell you the honest truth. I had the under 6 in the Senators Wild game, but I also had the Senators. So I didn't have much on either one of those. I don't think I had much for props in that game. I didn't have much for props in that game. I had the Sharks, but only for a little bit, and that was amazing. 5-1 with 10 minutes left, and they just bang, 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 bang. That was crazy. But I did have Pittsburgh first period, and then I also had the Sharks too. So it was one of those put a little on everything, put a little on a few things bets, and they actually all pretty much hit. Thought I had Nowak over shots in that game, and I got that. Got slaughtered by the Islanders, and I don't even feel bad about that. They outplayed the Tampa outplayed the Islanders. They should have won that game. I did have the draw, so I took a little bit, but it was only the smaller bet. My bigger bet was the Lightning, and I took a loss in that game too. I don't think I had much for props in that game. No, I didn't. Like I already mentioned with the Leafs, I had the second period over, but I had the Leafs, and what else did I have in that game? I don't know. I lost a unit or so on that game too. The Canadiens game, this is where I really got wrecked. I had both goalies over saves. Wait, 5. And I missed it by 1 save I missed it by 1 save for the kid there for the Canadiens. Unbelievable. I just realized that. It was 23.5 and he got 23 saves. And I didn't even come close with Shesterkin. So, and I didn't pick a side at all. So that was my main. Oh yeah, I also had, I mentioned it last night, I had Hudson over shots. I don't even think he had a shot. I mean, the Canadiens barely had a shot. So I got slaughtered on that game. I had team total over for the Hurricanes, which was good. I also had them in reg, which was not good. No, -1. I had a -1. That's right. So I didn't lose that. And I had Jarvis over shots. So I did well on that one. I had the over in the Golden Knights game, didn't get it. I had the Golden Knights -1, but for a very little bit. This is the game that really. Oh, and I had some shot prop too that didn't hit. I can't remember what it was, but it didn't hit. That's all I know. Oh no, I did have Fantilli over shots. I got that. But I think there was another one. I think it was Bowden or something like that. And then the Capitals was my best bet yesterday. I thought the Capitals were going to crush. And I forgot that Hellebuck was going to be in net. And of course, the Jets have this, like, they are a totally different team when Hellebuck is there, and they slaughter the Capitals. I had them in reg. I had the money line. I had team total over. I had McMichael for an assist at +200. I had Protus for a goal. I never got nothing in this game. Nothing. I got absolutely slaughtered, and I had a lot on it too. So that was a big one for me. That and the goalie props really ruined my day. I couldn't even catch up to it from there. So I probably lost about like 7 units today. I had Red Wings team total over, but I mean, it wasn't for a lot. And I did have the Panthers. That's the one I said was my gut play, and Panthers team total over, but I had the over for the game too. So I gained a little bit, but I'm down like 7.5 units, something like that today. Was not a good day. Jackets game screwed you on all fronts. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it didn't screw me. I didn't have the most on that. It was the Washington game and the 2 goalie props. I had another goalie prop that came in, though. What was that? I had goalie props that did come in. What was it? Flyers versus. Wasn't the Flyers? What game was it? Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It was Askarov. Started out really good. I had a good chunk on Askarov. That's what it was. And I'm sorry, I also had Sorokin. So, but again, no matter what I tell you, I had some wins, but I had more losses, and I'm down about 7.5 units. So not a good day at all. Some news. It sounds like Rossi, and I kind of figured this actually. It sounds like Rossi's going to be playing for Vancouver tomorrow. And I kind of figured this because I think that he was on IR because they wanted to trade him and they didn't want to get him to get hurt before they traded him. And they knew that the deal, because I remember them talking, like Vancouver and Minnesota were talking before in the summertime about Rossi. So I'm not going to say I knew it was involving Hughes, but it probably was back then. And so I guess I'll go over what I think of the trade or whatever the case may be. I don't think I never really talked about it. And the goalie trade were for Edmonton. So my thinking is, I have no facts based on this, but if you look at how Quinn Hughes was during the season, like he wore his emotions on his sleeve, like he was very frustrated, you could tell. And it's Rossi tomorrow if he's playing. Yeah, I might throw something on Rossi tomorrow. It's going to be a weird card, so. But I think Quinn asked for a trade in the summertime. I'm almost positive of it. And the reason why you looked at him, he looked depressed. He didn't look happy at all. And I have a feeling the reason why one of the biggest reasons why I wanted a trade isn't partially because he wants to go to New Jersey. And I still think he's probably going to end up in New Jersey, but I don't know how they're going to fit the $15 million a year he's going to pull out of it, but we'll see. But I think also the way they handled that Pettersson and Miller situation. When this news came out that Pettersson was dealing with a possibility of losing his child, and he knew about it for quite some time, and whatever Miller said or whatever, I have a feeling that he thinks they handled the situation not well in some way, shape, or form. That's part of it. Not to mention, it just seemed like this mess there. And eventually he just lost in the summer. I think he just said, I'd rather not start the season here. And they ended up starting the season there because they probably weren't getting what they wanted from they probably were. Oh, that's what Rico is doing today. They're watching he's watching the MMA, probably. But so I think he wanted out to begin with. I don't know how happy he is going to Minnesota. I don't know if he really wanted to get traded to New Jersey, but he had to okay the trade. He would have, because he had a no movement clause. So sounds like he just wanted out of Vancouver. So the trade itself, Buium. I mean, the guy looks like he's going to be good. If you want, I can post up the analytics for Buium up here. I mean, he's got a lot of work to do yet. He's not a complete player yet by any stretch. Yeah, he has no defensive ability whatsoever. He's above average offensive play driver. He's got a great shot. He kind of reminds me, what he kind of reminds me of when I see him? He kind of reminds me of a young Chikrin. That's what he reminds me of, like a young Chikrin, which that's okay if that's what he turns out to. Maybe a Hamilton, Chikrin, something like that. I mean, that's not terrible, right? And what else did they? And Rossi's up in the air. Small guy, he's got tons of skill. It's can he be? Is he going to be that point of game center that you want him to be? That's the way I'll put it. The way you want him to be. He's very good defensively. Plays against top competition. I mean, I like the guy. He's probably a 60-point centerman. And, he can do a lot of good things for you. He drives offense. He's about average. He's average defensively against top competition. Not the greatest power play guy yet, but he's only 24 years old. Plays well. He can play with high-end players. He's not bad. He's not a bad player. I don't know if he's ever a number one is what I'm trying to spit out here. So if you got a Hamilton or a Chikrin and Rossi, who do you compare Rossi to? That's kind of the hard thing with managers out there. It's hard to wrap your head around about what you compare Rossi to. He will go to the dirty areas for a small guy, not bad. I saw this video of him doing his conditioning in the summer, and the guy his vertical is absolutely insane. He's got huge tree trunk legs on him, man. And, he's got a strong center of gravity for a guy that's smaller. And he's only 24, and he's got some upside. So if you play him with the right players, I mean, I think he could have maybe an 80-point season or two. Maybe he could be an 80-point player. I think that was kind of the difficulty in making the trade for Rossi is I think a lot of teams had a difficult time pinpointing exactly what he was. And the way I see it is skill level wise, maybe a Kadri. But I mean, Kadri's a little more growly than him, but I think skill wise, maybe something like that. And that's okay. It's not bad. The other problem is he seems to get injured a lot. And that is another thing that has general managers kind of going, I don't know. He's small. He's been injured a little bit already. So Vancouver is like, we'll take the shot because his upside is excellent. And we get Zeev Buium, who, like I said, is very Chikrin-esque, something like that. You get a good future, looks like a solid defenseman. Is it Ogren? He looks like he's going to be hopefully a third liner down the road, third line center, something like that. Big, solid third line center, maybe. Hopefully, if he hits his upside, then you get the first round pick, which is hopefully, if you're NHL, if your all-star is going to be a high one, which I think it probably will. Minnesota's getting their mojo going now. They're looking pretty good, especially with Hughes. So I'll go to this again. On our favorite show and my favorite show, they were talking about Quinn Hughes not really helping out Minnesota. I don't understand what you're talking about. You're getting the second best, probably the second best defenseman in the league added to your team. And that's not going to help your team that much? Oh, come on, man. You're totally selling Quinn Hughes short. He's going to totally change how Minnesota plays. You can do way more when you've got a guy that can control the puck like that. Any team, I don't care who you are. Kaprizov's point production's going to go through the roof. They're going to have a much better power play. He's also extremely good defensively for an offensive defenseman. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. He's helping Minnesota a lot. Minnesota's making the playoffs almost for sure. I got him for an assist. Fuck. I didn't. Oh, no, I took him for a goal and an assist. That's right. Okay. So that's good. And I had McKinnon over 1.5 points. So, I mean, I'm getting a few things back here. Flames and Kings. I got Kemper over saves all day. That was an easy one. And I got a little bit on the Flames to win. So, I mean, I'm just not making up for, and I need more goals there. I need one more goal somehow, and I doubt I'll get it. Is that an empty netter? Yeah, so it's probably going to end 4-1. I'm not going to get the over in that game. I wouldn't bet that. No, they're getting outshot like crazy right now, LA. I wouldn't doubt if the Flames win that game. I got a little bit on it. I don't want to tell you not to, and then they do go to overtime, though. Oh, nice. Good for you. Excellent. Yeah, I'm glad some people are having good days out there. I'm not having the greatest day, that's for sure. So that's what I think about that. No, I'm very happy that you're having a good. I've had lots of good days. Sometimes you have bad days. Today wasn't my best day. That's okay. Now, as far as the Edmonton thing, I mean, I honestly don't think Jari is the answer there. They had a big boost today because of the trade, and I think that had more to do with McDavid, the leaders of that room, saying, look, if we don't get our shit together, we're going to lose more friends. You know, you can say whatever you want. Skinner was a friend. Skinner is a good guy. He's a good room guy, too. Everybody loved the guy. Everybody loves Skinner. And, you know, they didn't get their shit together the way they think about it. And they, you know, and they said, we're going to lose more friends. You know, I think that's what it was. They were like playing to say, you know, we did this. We are the reason why Skinner got traded. Skinner's a good goaltender. Jeff's a good goaltender. He was a good friend, and we let him down. That's why. And I should have bet the Oilers today thinking not. It wasn't good of me to have Toronto. And I've told you before, and I'll say it again. I'll say it again. I suck at betting Toronto. You were on a 3-day loss streak. I haven't had one of those in a while. I haven't had 3-day loss streaks in a while. I usually lose about one a week. Have a red day about once a week, but usually not this much. Not 7.5 units. Not 7.5 units. I'm gaining a little bit back here actually, because I've got no goals in the first and team total under for the LA Calgary game for a good. So that's going to bring me back. But then I lost it because I didn't get the over in the Colorado game. I bet McKinnon to get over 3 shots in the first period. He got 1. I didn't bet the full because I knew he would slow down to let everybody else play in this one. So I didn't do that, but yeah, it's still going to be about 7 units. Oh, Fred scored. I pushed. Oh, wow. Tyson Jost yet. Holy shit. I pushed on that. As I'm talking, I pushed. Okay, well, that makes me feel better. So maybe I'm down 6 units now, 6.5 units, something like that. That's a surprise. That's always nice. All right, so let's look at tomorrow's games. I'm going to make this a little shorter one. I've got tomorrow's my Hymes day where I go to the Costco, get my 7 or 8 fats that I need. My sleep cream. You know, I need my nap cream. Got to keep this looking sharp. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get a bunch of nap cream there and bacon, of course. Got to have bacon. Yeah, I love that saying. I don't know if you guys ever heard this before. Probably. It's kind of an old joke, but it makes me laugh every time I think about it. I thought the first time I heard it, I thought it was just brilliant. It's like some people do not eat bacon for religious reasons. I am not religious for bacon reasons. I love that. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. I was thinking of another one today, actually. Oh, there was one. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. If you go over to I Love Stand-Up Comedy, and I have a Facebook group called the All Things Stand-Up Comedy Group, you can go to my Facebook and check it out. It's under my alias, Steve Duncan. You can go check that out. And actually, I have a Facebook Pearlo group, too. It's called Pearlo's NHL Pearls of Wisdom or something like that, Facebook group. But when I made that group, my wife Caroline is Asian. She's from the Philippines. So we used to go to this store called Lucky 11 and in Edmonton, Alberta. She doesn't often make Filipino food. I love Filipino food. We usually make American food because she said she ate enough Filipino food in her day. But every once in a while, or if we go to a friend's house, they quite often like Filipino food. So we'll go to this Asian store and buy a bunch of stuff. And in this one section where, like the awful section where they have livers and stuff like that, they would have beef testicle. And they would call it, and I swear to God, I'm sure this was a guy in the meat department, the butcher, that like was talking to maybe one of the rappers that doesn't know English very well. Every time they would call it beef balls. Sometimes it would be testicles, but sometimes it would be beef balls. But this one time, they had beef cock. That's exactly what it said. That is exactly what it, yeah, Costco bacon nap cream, of course. What are you talking about? Anyways, beef cock. That's what it said. It was literally, if you go over to that, you'll see it. I took a picture of it. And I posted it up there. The first day I posted it up there, yeah, I know, right? The first day I posted it up there, the guy said, the guy commented in the comment section. I still laugh about this every day. He said, $6.25 for halal beef cock? That's outrageous. And it was halal too. Halal beef. That's outrageous. That's one of the funniest comments I've ever read. And I still laugh about it on a regular basis all the time. I'll sit in my car and I'll just start laughing thinking about that. It was fucking brilliant. Halal beef cock. Anyways, yeah, head over to that. You can catch me on Facebook. Just look up Steve Duncan. I think you'll find it. Oh, I have a group called these are the Steve Duncans I know, and I have 63 people on it, all named Steve Duncan. So, all right, let's get to the card. Now, my real name, Pearlo Wisdom, of course, right? Where is the card? Where is the card? Where is the card? Do they not have it available? Have it refresh. Okay. All right. Starting tomorrow afternoon, on a Sunday, the Vancouver Canucks versus the New Jersey Devils with possibly Rossi in. I'll see if Rossi's in. I mean, it's kind of hard. I don't know what the price will be on it, but I would probably consider Rossi over Shots. With your new team, you're going to be like, you would think you'd be shooting more. Because, yeah, it shows them that he's going to be in. He's going to be playing with DeBrusk and Bsking, apparently. He hasn't had time to practice with them or anything like that, so that should be interesting. Nils Hoglander has been back for 2 games too. Finally, David Kampf goes down to the second line. What the heck he was ever doing anywhere near the top line, I'll never know. With Connor Garland, Evander Kane, third line, which is where he should actually be in the fourth line. He's terrible, but and then Kiefer Sherwood drops down, of course. And then Liam Ogren, they're going to keep on playing him on the fourth line there with. I think you'll see Ogren move up after a while here, but he is only 21 years old. Max Sasson and Linus Karlsson. And then Ziv Buyum, I don't know why that comes out like that for me. William. William. He's playing with Tyler Myers. Sorry about your luck, dude. Holy shit. That's the guy you got to deal with? Oh my gosh. That'll be a defensive disaster right there. William is not a very good defensive player yet. Not saying he won't be. He's only 20 years old. He's got good offense, and he's probably always going to be the offensive type guy. I mean, 14 points in 31 games for a 20-year-old kid is pretty damn good. Like, I know I said like he'd be like a Hamilton or a Chikrin, but who knows what his upside could be. I mean, he had a great college career. He could be fantastic. And they got Tom Vollander there. He's been playing, I believe, against lower competition. Let me take a look here. I'll see if they have anything on Vollander yet. This is on my analytics come from. No, not yet. You got to have a certain amount of games from JFresh Analytics. He's fantastic, but anytime goal and assist. Okay, he's on the fourth line, but I can only go under on these day games. I'm not even gonna fuck around with overs. Look at like Anaheim, New Jersey. What was it, 4-1? And who's going to be in? Are they going to go back to Demko again? Probably. They got to get him used to playing. So I imagine. I miss having Exotic here because he can always tell you like how this goaltender does. New Jersey's on a back-to-back. They played pretty hard against Anaheim. And geez, why didn't I take Cody Glass yesterday? Like, because I didn't think they were going to score. That's why. I look at Cody Glass. I mean, we put him up there. Maybe take him for a point. You probably get him for a pretty good point. And Connor Brown scored a goal. Yeah, I really should have thought about taking all of them for a goal prop, and I think I will tomorrow. I'll just take him for a goal prop, shot props, stuff like that. I had Nico Hischier, and he didn't go over, son of a bitch. I thought, being up there, they had no centerman. I'm going to probably go back to it again. I don't understand why Nico Hischier wouldn't be shooting more. I think it's because they used him more defensively against Anaheim's top lines. And Bratt as well. It's going to be weird, Vancouver going to New Jersey now after Quinn has been traded. So Quinn could have been hanging out with his brothers, but now he's in Minnesota. But, I mean, you look at this lineup, the only thing that has me wary of the under is that Markstrom is in that. And Markstrom hasn't played as very well. I'm thinking I'm going to put some money on Vancouver here. They got, again, same thing as Edmonton. The only thing is the under is a 5.5 here, which really sucks. Don't like that. I don't like playing unders. Again, man, no goals first 5 minutes, under 6.5. I'm going to play that for sure here. I'll probably play that for about a good unit and a half, something like that. But I'd put a little bit on Vancouver. Same reason why with Edmonton, they can go in and say, and it's two things. I think they all know that Hughes was leaving, and this is sort of like, it's over with now. Now we can go out, and this is our team, and we know what our team is, and we're going to go play hard for the new guys on our team, and everybody's going to, I could see that. They could also be just completely depressed. New Jersey beats their ass, but New Jersey is on a back-to-back, and I do believe that Vancouver's got a bit of rest here. Well, maybe not, because they had to make this trip. Let me grab my phone here. Yeah, Griciuk is out too. Markstrom in tomorrow. I mean, why not give Vancouver a shot at plus 130? I don't think it's a terrible idea. I know Vancouver's not very good, but they do get lots of shots on net. That is one thing they do. So I would look for, and they make even bad goaltenders look good. By the way, Gibson got another shutout on this road trip too. 2 shutouts for Gibson. Fuck, that's unbelievable. Yeah, I don't really want to take New Jersey on a back to back at that price as a favorite. Yeah, the Canucks have something to prove. They're going to play hard. I would draw on dog. Take a draw too, because Canucks have a hard time scoring. But and like I said, no goals in the first 5 minutes, and over 6.5. I would look at under 1.5 first period too. Until I see Vancouver score, it's kind of hard to take them to score. But I think they can put out a really good showing here against a team that I'm just going to bring up the schedule. Vancouver. Okay, they played 2 days ago. And there has been a time change here, but they have had 1 day to adjust a little bit. The problem is the same problem Anaheim had. This is a day game, which on a Sunday, which I believe is at I think it's I want to say it's 9 o'clock in the morning to Vancouver players in this game. So kind of messes you up that way. And New Jersey sort of has an advantage that way, like they did against Anaheim. So it's kind of a tough game that way. And this is the first game of a road trip for Vancouver, so it's important to them. I just get a feeling that they're gonna put out a really good effort here, the best that they can. But I do like the under that. That'll be my biggest bet. No goals in the first 5. Vancouver, New Jersey's coming on a back-to-back, so it'll probably take a little bit to get their legs going. Vancouver will take a bit because it's 9 o'clock in the fucking morning to them. It's going to take a bit for them to get their legs going. I kind of like draw first period too. I had that today. That made me a little bit of money today. I sent this one out on Twitter. I had time. Don't expect too much out on Twitter tomorrow because it's kind of like my day off. But if I have time, I will throw some stuff out there. What was that? I forgot to put Panthers ML full game now. Jeez. Was it this one? Yeah, I just got my ass handed to me today. Holy fuck. Oh yeah, it was the Sens and Wild. I did draw first period. What was the score in the first period? I believe that was a draw, wasn't it? Draw second period. And draw full game. And how did that work out? Those are small bets, so I like to do that sometimes. If I think it's going to be tight, I'll play the draw on each period because you're getting plus 160 for all of it. If I think it's going to be a really tight game. Where is that game? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I got draw first period because it was 0-0. And that's the only one I got. No, draw third period. And I didn't get draw full game. I took draw for every period. So I got the first and third period draw. See? So I ended up getting good. All right. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for coming in. Have a good one, my friend. We have to get up for work soon. What time do you get up for work? Holy shit, dude. You work night shift, obviously. I can't remember where you're from now, but so thanks for coming in, Tim. You're awesome. Like it's always awesome. So I think we got that one down. That's what I like for that game. It might be another one where you do the just what I said, draws in the periods, because I just think it's going to be hard for both teams to get going here. New Jersey has their did have their legs going. So 5-5-5 away. Vancouver. Vancouver's not very good at first periods, or hasn't been. But anyways, that's what I'm going to do. 4 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. What do you do that you work? Because I used to work those kind of hours and more. Anyways, you got to go to bed, so I'll shut up. You can tell me some other time. Or you got to wake up, I should say. Get going. So get going. Penguins versus Utah. This is another weird game. What time is it at? (1:10 p.m.) Is that 3? (10:40). Yeah, so that's 3:10 through the day, and the Penguins are on a back-to-back. This is okay. There's a guy. I don't know if you guys listen to Wager Talk. I don't know if you listen to Wager Talk, but there's a guy called the Prez on Preston is his last name. Preston. He's a great character. He's funny. Some people don't like him, but I like him. I think he's great. But he has a theory, and it's worked. And not really a theory. He has a take, and a significant one that is effective. That if a team that had what they had happen to them yesterday, where San Jose just went like blew them out in 10 minutes, 5-1, like come back like a crazy comeback like that, fade them the next day. He does it on Wager Talk all the time, and I haven't kept like actual statistics on it, but from what whenever I've watched it and he has said that, it has happened every time. So I'm thinking, I was hoping Utah would be a dog here, though. That's the thing. How do you take Utah is a bad road team? And it's a day game. They're coming from Utah to Pittsburgh. I wanted to see also if there was a look ahead spot for New Jersey. Let me see if that for tomorrow. Oh yeah, that New Jersey takes off to Vegas after this too. So they got like 1 foot out the door, man. They won. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see Vancouver winning that game. Vancouver plays the Rangers after this, but I don't think they're looking ahead to anybody right now. Although that's the whole Miller going to Miller too. That makes that an interesting game. But I might ride that. I might ride that when a team. Now the problem here is, of course, I don't know. I imagine they're going to give Skinner one shot before Edmonton comes to town because isn't Edmonton coming to town right after this? Yeah. Their next game is Edmonton on the 16th. So it's a look ahead spot too. It's something that's going to be there, and it's the first game for Skinner in there. So I imagine they're going to play like really defensive hockey. And this is a day game, so it's another under to me. The only problem I have with it on the road, sort of a mixed bag for Utah. Sort of plays to whatever the team plays to, I find, except for their last game against Seattle. And not only that, Utah just broke a 3-game losing streak. Last time they broke a losing streak, they won 2 in a row. That was on the road. And I mean, they're a desperate team. But it's hard to go like looking at series history. Pittsburgh did, no, that was last year. So there's no real look or revenge spot or anything like that here. It'd be cool if Cooley was back in the lineup, but I think he's out for a bit. And then, of course, you got Crosby, so these young guys are going to be pretty excited to be there. Don't take Sergachev over shots on the road. So I know I've talked about Sergachev over shots a lot, but don't take it on the road. Is it still 1-1 in that game? I mean, Kings are out shooting them 30-10. You'd think it would be the Kings. Coleman, we talked about that yesterday. I probably left money on the table in this game. Well, Coleman doesn't have over his shots. Sharangovich, weird people are shooting. Anderson does, though. Utah's next game is Boston. So they go to Pittsburgh, Boston, Detroit. 3-game Eastern road trip. I got to take Utah here. Just a gut. I'm taking on Skinner's new team, but again, it's one of those. It's an under game to me. What's the number on this? 6 probably. 6.5. You can get a 6.5 at minus 130. I would take the under. Stay game, weird spot. Minus 142. You said that Pittsburgh was a dog. I didn't know they were that much of a dog. Holy shit. Because they're on a back-to-back, that's why. But Utah's coming. Oh, man. I don't want to take Utah at that price. Holy shit. First period money line. Away. 7, 5, and 7. Utah's pretty good on the road. I could see that. I could see Pittsburgh being like a little disheveled after that loss. But then you could also see them come barreling out after that loss. But more than anything, I think they're going to play very defensive. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I slight lean to Utah, but I don't know exactly really how to play it. Utah money line and under 6.5. Something like that. If you want to play it that way. And how much do you trust Utah? I think that's just the bet I'm going to do. Yeah, the problem, like I said, though, I mean, it sticks in my head that Presman says that yeah, it's really worked out well when you see a team get crumbled like that they quite often lose the next game too, and especially when you got a look ahead spot. I mean, your new goaltender's team is coming to town in 2 days. You know, that's a look ahead spot. They did get a point out of it. I mean, they're going to probably look at the positive of it. I wouldn't even mind a draw here too. So draw in Utah -1 or something like that. But I heard they were having visa issues. Kulak and so let me see if they're projected to be in the lineup even, because they were having visa issues. I think they would hope that they would get Skinner in for one game. No, it looks like it's not going to be Skinner. They don't even have him in the lineup here yet. Yeah, they don't even have him in the lineup. Kulak? Do they have Kulak? And I don't see Kulak either. No, Kulak isn't in either. So Ryan Graves is going to be in with Clifton. That puts me a little more on Utah. I know that Russian kid, he's been not bad. He's been really good, though. The Russian kid's been really good. Murashov it's been excellent. So I would lean to Rutger McGroarty's up on the second line. He got a goal yesterday. They got him with Kindle and Brazeau. I didn't know that they were going to put Kindle up on the top line. I wonder, did he get over his shots yesterday? From what I remember, he had 0 shots. Why am I not watching this Flames Kings game? I might as well watch it. Oh. Another thing you can look at is one thing that they probably will do tomorrow quite a bit is shoot the puck. So you might want to look at, because Pittsburgh shoots a lot of, they shoot from everywhere. So I would look at Vejmelka over saves. I may take that if it's going to be Vejmelka tomorrow. Yeah, Crosby over shots. He's always seems to be there for shots. All right. Oh yeah, Barrett Hayton. Ever since Hayton got benched, got scratched, he's been going over shots every game. I had him last game too. Barrett Hayton over shots is a good play. There's a good one. So I guess that's it. That's what I got for there. Eileen, Utah. I like under 6.5. You want to boost it up, go no goals first 5 and under 6.5. That'll give you a nice boost. If you don't like the -130, no goals first 5 under 6.5. That'll give you very good plus money, like +130, something like that. Put a little bit on both. I do that. I like to put a little bit on both sometimes. That's what she said. And now another afternoon game, Philly and Carolina. Carolina's -230. They own the Philadelphia Flyers. But normally you would want to take the team that lost the game before. The team that lost the game before, a +190. And I think that's all you can really do here. Carolina really didn't look good all that game. But they're going to be at home, so. Oh, I should have checked it. Was Pittsburgh on 3 games in 4 nights too? 9, 11. No, they weren't. Oh yeah, they're on 3 games in 4 nights too. Pittsburgh. They're at home. It's all at home, but it's still 3 games in 4 nights. And Vegas has got rest more and more and more. I'm looking at Utah, and Utah's got rest. So more and more and more, I'm looking at Utah in that game somehow. Whether it's first period puck line or second period, I think that's what I'll probably do. I'll puck line the first and second period. Yeah, something like that. First and second period will give you good plus money on that. Yeah. But okay, I'll get off track here. What do you guys think about this? Carolina, Philadelphia. Yeah, Bussy's good, man. Bussy's good for sure. Yeah, I know. Back to back and home and away. almost always the team that lost the first one on the back-to-back wins the second. Another thing that happens all the time is if it was over the first game, it's under the second game. And with Bussy, yeah, they're playing their starters. So I'm back to the same thing. It's a day game. They're both playing their starters. The last game wasn't over. No goals in the first 5, under 6.5. Same thing. I'll put a little bit on the draw. It's hard to fade Carolina at home in any situation, but they have played way more hockey than the Flyers have. But how do you minus 230? It's pretty disrespectful. Plus 190 is a little high here, especially when they both have good goaltenders in. Carolina didn't play balls out in that first game though, and they have owned them. They've won like every game they played them. The last 2 times they've played, Carolina beat them in October. So this was a revenge game, and Philly still didn't win the game. There wasn't many shots on goal. I mean, Carolina was uncharacteristically low shot total there. I honestly thought that they might lose the game the way they were playing early. See, Carolina's played a shit ton of hockey. Back-to-back, home, on the road. 3 wins in a row, though. They beat Washington, they beat Philadelphia. And after this, they're going back to Nashville. And then Florida and Tampa Bay. And Philly is going to Montreal after this. It's the first game of a road trip. I don't know if they're learning the regular season doesn't matter or if the schedule's been so tough, they're just having dead leg days. Like they literally just don't have their legs, maybe. But it's hard to fade Carolina with Bussy in net right now. He's playing so well. I think I'd take Vladar over saves. Carolina's going to have more shots tomorrow. The only thing is it's going to be like 28. Last time it was a 28.5. They were playing. Who the hell was it? And it didn't go over. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 28.5 for Vladar tomorrow. And they didn't play their normal way today. They didn't start off early well. Who was that against? I think it was with Nedeljkovic. Or was it Columbus? When they played Columbus, was it Greaves? Maybe it was Greaves. Yeah, I think it was Greaves. They had 33 shots, that's right. And they won 4-1. No, that would have been over. No, it was Nedeljkovic. That's what it was. But usually when they're home, 33 against Toronto. Philly's not a bad shot suppression team, too. Because they 22 against that. On the road, though, they're a little on the. I'm struggling with this one. I think it's no goals first 5 and under 6.5. That's what I'm going to play. It's a day game. The last one was an over. It's not like my favorite play in the world, but I'll check the road record on away. What's second periods? My gut says that Carolina's going to come out harder in the first here because they didn't start well in Philly. I bet you know what? I think second period under, but it's a 5.5, so it would have to be a 1.5. That's the problem with that. Yeah, they're 3-8-5 to the second period under. Oh, Philadelphia is 9-2-0 to the over in the second period. No goals first 5, under 6.5. Another thing you can do if you like Carolina, go no goals first 5 Carolina money line. That should give you a decent price. There's lots of ways you can be inventive in that way. I think Carolina will have a strong first period, really strong. Carolina first to 5 shots, which will be juicy. But if you take it with their money line, then I think you can get that first to 5 shots. I don't know if they'll let you. No, they won't let you parlay that. Oh, if Slavin is in tomorrow, then I mean, the only thing is when big players like that come in the lineup for the first game, quite often the rest of the defense takes a night off for some reason. They just think, oh, okay, we're good now. Slavin's back. And then they end up having a bad game. Kind of mess just for the first game or two. That often happens. So I wouldn't put too much stock in him coming back tomorrow. Let's see if we got him in here. I don't have him in yet. They still have a long-term. They still have him on the LTD here in Puckpedia, but I mean it's Puckpedia too. So, anyways, I had Jarvis over shots today. I might go back to it again. He's been one of the guys that's been shooting the most at everybody. Jackson Blake has been cold. I mean, they got to get a second line center down the road here. That's why they're putting Jordan Stahl up on power play. Their power play is not good, has not been good at all, but which leads me more to the under. Gosh, a spear for an assist is always a good play. Oh, are you telling me they're going to put where's Bussy? Oh, they just Anderson was the backup. They got to play Bussy tomorrow, right? They got to play Bussy at home tomorrow. If it's Anderson tomorrow, all bets are off. I'm going with Philadelphia. for sure. I may bet a little bit on Philadelphia anyways. Plus 190. Revenge game. I mean, that's just. So that's what I got for that game. What do we got? Bruins Wild. Wild on a back-to-back. Wild minus 148. Bruins coming off a win against Winnipeg. Gus will be in net, and Swayman will be in net. I don't know if Hughes is going to be in the lineup yet. He should be. Was he in the lineup today? No, it's still not showing him in the lineup. If Hughes is not in the lineup, I'd consider taking Boston here. They just had an overtime game against Ottawa. Boston's just catching him in a really good spot. How many games? Boston's been on the road for a while. Minnesota's on 3 games in 4 nights, but they were all at home. Yeah, I'd take a sprinkle with Boston. I don't love it. Minnesota's playing pretty good. 4 games in 6 nights. They came off the road. Had a tough one against Dallas. Had a tough one against Ottawa. Their legs could be falling off here. Boston's had a couple days since they left Winnipeg. Boston's going home after this to Utah to play Utah. And Minnesota has Washington coming to town after this. So it's not really a look-ahead spot. Yeah, okay. Now, I don't know. It doesn't show Hughes is in the lineup. So I think I'd give Boston a shot. They're going to play them hard. I'm not sure Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota could run out of gas here. Plus money, I'd give it a shot. 6 p.m. It's an evening game. Last game of the road trip. They're coming in kind of satisfied too, Boston. This is a draw. This is a draw. That's what this is. Boston would be happy with the draw here. Boston's won 5 in a row, 4 in a row, 4 in a row. And convincingly, too. Holy shit. 5-4, 5-5. Minnesota has not allowed more than 2 goals in 3 games. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They could be a bit satisfied here, too. They got one more of this game, though. They got one more home game against Washington, though. Pretty sure their totals have been low. I can see this game going either way. Boston's a huge first period over team. I don't think Minnesota is, though. Yeah, not bad. I kind of like the first period over here. You can probably get a good price on that. I kind of like that. Just don't think of playing overs, but draw and dog. I just take draw and dog. I'm not 100%. I wouldn't put a lot on this because, I mean, Minnesota's been playing really well. But Boston plays hard, and Minnesota's played a lot of pretty tough hockey games as of late. I could definitely see Boston winning this game. Again, plus money. Minnesota's playing on a back-to-back. So, Boston money line first period. Ugh, away. No, I'm not taking Boston money line first period. They've only won one first period on the road. Swayman's in net against Gus. Do you like the Devils on the back-to-back there against Vancouver? No, I did not crush it today, Doug. I'm down about just over 7 units today. Didn't have a good day. So I think a little bit on Boston, a little bit on the draw. What does it feel like to me? Gus and net, Swayman. Minnesota's coming off of wins or coming in fat. Feels like an under first period. Two, 9, and 5 under second period too. Yeah, draw first period, draw first. This is what I would do: draw first period, draw second period. We're Reverse puck line Boston those periods as well, and challenge Minnesota to win in those periods. And a little bit on Swayman over shots, although Minnesota is not really a high shot volume team. Yeah, it feels like that. Could be 0-0-1-1, but I think I think they could expose their defense too, Grant. That's why I like Boston to win the game too. They got more legs. Yeah. Feels like a Boston spot. I'm going to take a little bit on Boston money line. I'm going to take Boston puck line second period. And Boston money line third. And I'm going to take a little bit on the draw in all three periods and the full game. That's what I think I'm going to do. I could see it being tight and Boston coming out in the end. That's what I think I'm going to do in that game. But it is really hard to go against Minnesota now because they're playing really well there. They got a high now that the organization believes in them, all of that stuff like that. And, because they're getting Quinn Hughes, like the organization just went and got the second best defenseman in the league. That's pretty awesome. I don't think Quinn Hughes is in tomorrow, Robert. It shows that he's not in tomorrow. Yeah. They're not done yet either. They didn't go get Quinn just to have like Urov as their number one center. Yeah, they're not done yet. They're gonna get another center too. Okay, we'll go on to the next game. Oilers Canadians. I mean, that's got to be a fucking over. Just play the over. Just play the over. I don't care if it's got to be a 6.5. Second period over. Play it every single time Edmonton plays. Second period over. If that's all you play, you're probably doing well. It's going to be interesting to see how Dobish, I imagine it'll be Dobish, responds. He may, because Fowler didn't have the greatest game. He looks good, but, he may calm down now because Fowler's come up. He's looked really good. He's looked human. He may relax in this game a little bit. He may not have a bad game. But second period over. Oh yeah, it's even money at 6.5. There is no way I'm playing an under with these two teams. No way. You can get over 1.5 first period minus 130 now. Edmonton's not a strong first period team. Montreal's coming off Edmonton's coming off of an easier win against Toronto. They're both coming off of like back-to-backs at the same time. Edmonton should be pretty rested though. Even though they have a back-to-back. And they got that game in Pittsburgh after this, playing their old buddy there. So, and it's going to be whatever his name is, their backup. Not going to play Jari back-to-back. The only problem I have is that Montreal is not getting shots. I'm leaning Edmonton here. I think they're on a run. I think Edmonton's on a run right now. They got Hyman back. They got Bud Colson's on a take him for a point. I don't know. He's playing out of his head right now. Hopkins for an assist. Hyman for take all of that. All of that. McDavid for 2 points. I didn't take it today. Stupid me. McDavid's going to go on a run now. I think Edmonton's going to go on a run now. I really do. And it's going to be Calvin Pickard. So Montreal will get their goals. It's an over game, over second period for sure. Yeah. It's probably juice though. Minus 135 for Edmonton is not bad. I don't think Edmonton's losing this game. So take Edmonton money line. Probably Edmonton team total over if you can get a decent price. You should be able to get a decent price at 3.5. Holy fuck, plus 115? Yeah, take that for sure. Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see if they have the same legs here, but I mean, I trust Edmonton with a little less legs than I trust Montreal. So, Edmonton money line, team total over 3.5, and over for the game. Over second period for sure. Those are my plays, and then parlay McDavid for 2 points with Hyman or whatever you want to do there. I don't know. I mean, the Flames should have this. They had 36 shots on goal. Because I took Kemper over saves. I sure as hell got that. I should have had it for more. Can you bet go to a shootout? I bet you it goes to a shootout. If you can bet go, I've never tried that before. If you can bet go to a shootout, I'd probably take that. And the final game is final game, right? I'm not missing any. Buffalo, Seattle, like fuck if I know, dude. Cracking are on a back-to-back though, right? No, they're not. This got spanked by Utah. Who's gonna be in net for Buffalo? Like, just roll the wheel. It's hard to say. I'd take Buffalo here. They're on a roll right now. I think the Kraken are in regression. This got spanked by Utah. Like they're on a losing streak right now, and I kind of predicted that. So I know this is kind of a game Buffalo would lose. They have been on a road trip for a while now. Seattle has owned them, and it's been an over series. Holy fuck. My God, 6-4 last year. 6-2, 6-2, 5-2, 4-3, 5-1, 7-4, 5-2. Seattle's been playing to the over a lot. Probably because their defense is wearing down. They don't have the greatest defense in the world. Yeah, I take Buffalo and team total over for Buffalo. It's a 5.5. Buffalo played. Wow, this has been a long fucking road trip, though. Holy shit. Started in Philly, went to Winnipeg, went to Calgary, beat Edmonton, barely beat Vancouver. Fuck. But, and I don't think Buffalo's won more than 2 games all year. I don't think they've won more than 2 games in a row all year long. But Seattle is ass. Draw. Draw. 6th game on a road trip. That's with a lot of travel. A lot of travel. Quinn Hughes is playing? Where did you get that? It's not in any. Let me see if it's on Daily Faceoff. Where did you get that from? I don't have Quinn Hughes. Oh, LA won. There you go. Earlier tonight, he will be playing. Yeah, somewhere around there, right? I didn't see the goal. Kick? Is that a kick, or was that a kicking motion? Yeah, it's a kicking motion. I don't even think I think that should still be a goal. I don't understand that, but that's a kicking motion for sure. It's going to come back. I don't know who's going to be in goal for Buffalo because they have musical goalies there. Like Lyon was in the last time. It feels like a Luukkonen spot. If it's a Luukkonen spot, I'm going to play. I'll play the over. I think Seattle can score on Luukkonen. The series history is like way over. I would play the over and no goal. Yeah. My gut says that Buffalo's on a roll right now, and they're going to keep on it for a bit. But they haven't won more than 2 games on the 2 games all year. I don't think. There's some sixes. Oh, the 5.5 is juice. So if you're going to play the over, get on it now. But I think it's going to be over. I think Buffalo's going to set the pace. I'm just checking to see if Buffalo's won more than 2 games all year. Oh, Norris is this guy is. I think Norris. I think. Oh, there we go. Calgary scored. Sweet. I had a little bit on Calgary. And no goals in the first 5 and under 6.5 comes in. I'll check if they've won more than 2 in a row all year. Flames win it. If Quinn's playing, I mean, I don't know if it changes much the first game, but because he's playing with line mates he's never played before and stuff like that. I mean, he's really good, and he'll probably be able to figure it out pretty quick. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing that he's playing. No, it's never a bad thing. Quinn Hughes is in the lineup. McAvoy's back in. Has he been in for a bit? I mean, that helps a lot. Buffalo has not won more than 2 games in a row all year. And they go home to play Philly and the New York Islanders at home after this, after a long road trip. Is this going to be the first time all year that they beat Edmonton? I was pretty impressed that they beat Vancouver. They did get outshot against Vancouver, though. Oh my gosh, Seattle's got Colorado after this. Fuck. Draw. This is a draw. This is a draw. A little bit on the draw, a little bit on the over. Buffalo is, I believe, a terrible first period team on the road, but I think they did better this year, this road trip. Yeah, 2, 8, and 5. Seattle is oh yeah, see, they're both bad first period teams. Oh, Seattle. Yeah, over first period. Over first period. I think they both come out hard here. Just put the puck out. I like the over. Over first period. For some reason, I just like the over here. Yeah, I know the reason because their series history is just over. You can get 5.5 right now. I would take it, and a little bit on the draw. I don't know. I mean, minus 230 for the Kings. They own Philadelphia. It's just usually the team that, if the team wins against the first, like if they do a back to back home and home, the team that usually wins the first game loses the second game. But I think I like the under more in that game. Yeah. I mean, Carolina didn't play well. Carolina didn't play well. Carolina can play better than that. I don't know if they're tired or what. They look tired. Now they're on a back to back. So if they were tired, are they going to be any less tired now? I just took no goals first five and under 6.5. I'm sure they want to sweep them. Yeah. Vladar and it's going to depend. If it's Anderson, I'm paying the plus 190 taking Philadelphia. Probably take Philadelphia team total. I don't know when they're going to play Anderson again. Yeah, no goals in first 10 minutes. I like no goals first five. And what are the I think the total is like I think okay, well, you know what? I gotta clip this. So yeah, I gotta clip this out. So we'll talk about it when I clip it out. Hymes body lube, it is the best. There, I said it. Uh, tap to the likey button and subscribe, and I'll send you a basket of Hymes products. Vacation pack with the little Hymes cute little things you can put on your tree. That's what I do. I put a little hook on them and I hang them all over my tree. And of course, don't forget the Hymes mug. I love lube. And Hymes on the other side. It's really cool. You can get them in blue, yellow, and mauve. So for the ladies. I don't know about that over. It's a day game. Penguins just I'll talk about it. Okay. I didn't even look at their history, but I'll look at it while I'm doing it. Okay, 6 games. Let's get started. Clipping this out. First game, Utah Penguins, early day game. Don't like to play overs on early day games. Pittsburgh just had a horrible, horrible collapse in the third. And according to Prez, and I've seen it, that he's accurate every time he says it, a team that has a horrible collapse like that, the next game, they usually lose. But you've got a tough spot for Utah coming in playing a day game. They're not normal. I mean, schedule. Their body clock is off with the timing and all that kind of stuff like that. I mean, on one side, you can say they're going to be all messed up, and if they play with pace, then you can see an over. But on the other side, I mean, day games are usually slow starters. It'll take a while for both of them to get their legs moving. I'm thinking Skinner's going to be in net here, although it's not showing that Skinner's going to be in net. I would have thought that they would want to get one game in with them before they play against Edmonton. Is Devils Canucks the earlier game? But anyways. Yeah, they can be pissed, but it just happens to be that way when they do that. It's like when a team has that collapse like that, they have a tendency to lose their confidence the next game. but I could be wrong. It's a very difficult game to cap. Right now, it's in what time of the day is it? I missed the Vancouver game. Was the Vancouver game the earliest game? Yeah, Vancouver is the earliest game, isn't it? Should have started with that one, but that's okay. We can still do it. It's all good. If you can find a 6, I kind of get the over though at the same time, because like both teams are kind of over teams. It's a really tough game to cap. I think I was like over first period, under for the game. Because, like, if Pittsburgh gets up, they're going to shut it down, dude. They're not going to allow that to happen again. If Pittsburgh gets up, they're going to shut it down for sure. So, and Utah's coming off of kind of like an Eastern Road thingamajigger. So, they could take a while to get going. It's a back-to-back for Pittsburgh. I think I said, like, I throw a little bit on the draw, and I lean more to the under. I just think Pittsburgh's going to play a very defensive game. I don't think they're going to go balls out like this. Once a team fucks up like that, they have a tendency to play very tight defensively the next game, because the coach is going to be like, we got to fucking tighten up defensively. Can't let that shit happen again. And everybody's going to buy into it. Utah's I think they're number 2 or 3 team in the league in shot suppression. They have no Cooley, so they don't have all their guns out either. So it's sort of a sneaky under. Vancouver Devils, again, I like the under here. No goals in the first 10, first 5, under 6.5. You can get that about -105 to +107. It varies wherever you go. But with Markstrom, I don't like taking unders with Markstrom in net, but Vancouver's got a pop gun offense. Rossi's going to be in the lineup tomorrow. Maybe take him for a couple shots. Glass is getting a little hot, being up there in the second line. He usually does that the first time you put him up on the second line, and then he'll go cold and not do anything after that. But Devils are coming off a back-to-back, or they're on the backside of a back-to-back. Vancouver just came from, and they're playing the day game, and they're not a very good scoring team as it is. I sneaky like dog and draw here. I don't love it, but I don't love it because New Jersey just broke that home losing record too. But if you look at their lineup, I mean, it's not very good. And Vancouver's isn't very good. And Vancouver that was the other lean I had on this, was Vancouver just had Quinn Hughes being traded. I think they are going to play kind of in relief. It's over now. We know what our team is, and we got new teammates, and let's go out and get them, and all that kind of stuff like that. So, no goals first 5, under 6.5. Vancouver is going to be swamp legs. Vancouver's going to be swamp legs. So, all right, I got to get to the next one because I've only got 5 minutes here. Flyers, Carolina. I'm back and forth in this one, man. Again, I like the under. Last one was an over. This one's under. As long as Bussy's in net, if Anderson's in net, I'm taking Philadelphia and team total over 2.5. If not, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go no goals first 5, under 6.5. I think this is going to be tight. I think Carolina will shoot more, and they'll probably win this game. I don't know what a -1 would be, but I would consider -1 with Carolina. But usually the team that lost the first one wins the next one. But I just think Carolina didn't play a very good game. And I'm not sure if that's just because they're tired or if that's because they were kind of just trying to drag a point out of that so they had more energy for when they got home and played Philadelphia. I'm not really sure what it would be there. Yeah. Rico's heading to Mexico. Next game. Bruins Wild. I'm going to throw a little bit on the Bruins right now, and we'll see if Quinn Hughes is going to be in there. I like to draw. I like Swayman over saves probably if Minnesota is going to be into this game after just like 2 huge wins in a row. I think they're kind of feeling it though. So draw on Bruins right now. Might have more in the morning. Geeky, all of those props and stuff like that. If Hughes is in, take him over shots. He's probably going to want to shoot with this new team, I would imagine. Next game. I already did that one. Edmonton, Montreal, just over second period. Edmonton Oilers money line. Over second period. Edmonton Oilers money line. And parlay, you know what players to take. Buffalo Sabres, I'm going to take over 5.5 and over first period and a little bit on Buffalo. And I got to get going here, guys. So thanks for coming in, everybody. I'll clip this out. You can watch it later. You can enjoy it with your coffee in the morning. Love all y'all. I'll get you out your Hymes products as soon as I possibly can. Take care now. Enjoy your time. Oh, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe. What else? Oh, comment in the comment section. Tell me what your picks are in the comment section. I love that. I love going down there when I'm having my coffee and reading out all the comments and stuff like that. So comment in the comment section. Tell me what you got today or what you think and all that kind of stuff. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great evening, night, whatever it is for you. That's my full 42. It's all I got. But what I do have, I give it all to you.